But let's talk about William Kyle. A lot of you had some thoughts about Syracuse's new starting center, William Kyle. He was a question mark heading into this season. I understood the upside with him. He was very good at South Dakota State. Then he transferred to UCLA and he played sparingly. And there was a few reasons for why he played sparingly, but ultimately it did not end up working out for him at UCLA. I don't necessarily think he played poorly. It's just he did not get a lot of minutes. He dealt with injuries. I believe he had a heart issue as well that was honestly pretty serious. It just did not work out at UCLA. And so Syracuse got him in the portal. It was their first portal edition of the offseason. And there were question marks. How is he going to handle being the starting center for Syracuse basketball? He's not coming off the bench. Is he going to be able to handle the high major level as a starter? The size was a concern. He's only 6'9". I wasn't necessarily worried too much about it because he's ultra athletic, but I understand it. You're going to go up against bigger competition. How is he going to hold up? And that's still a question mark, by the way, with William Kyle. How is he going to hold up when he plays against better competition and he's playing 20 to 25 minutes a game? We'll see. But through 2 games, he has been everything and more so far for Syracuse. And you guys had plenty of comments about it. So let's get to this one from Miles. William Kyle fits the team extremely well. Sadiq White adds so much defense. Kiyan Anthony played great. I just need Nate Kingz to knock down the threes. Okay, we'll address one by one, okay? But most of it will be about William Kyle, Miles. William Kyle fits this team really well because of what they're asking him to do, which is use his athleticism so he can run up and down the floor in transition and play defense around the rim. Be a rim protector for Syracuse. That's all they're asking William Kyle to do. Because let's be honest about William Kyle. I think we know his limitations. We know that when he is around the rim, he's not exactly Akeem Olajuwon here. We know that he can't really shoot. You're not expecting William Kyle to make an elbow jump shot. He can't really make free throws at a high level. Have you seen his free throw shooting form? Have you seen his percentages from the free throw line? We know he can't shoot. We know he's not exactly Akeem Olajuwon around the rim, but it's okay. Think about what Syracuse is asking William Kyle to do. Can you play defense around the rim? And can you use your athleticism to go up and down the floor? And can you catch the occasional lob, whether it's in transition or in the pick and roll with a guy like Nate George? Can you do that? That's all we're asking. And so far, he is playing that role to near perfection. He has been terrific for Syracuse, and he fits the team really, really well. As far as the other players, Miles, that you mentioned, Kiyan Anthony, we already talked about in the first part of this show. Sadiq White, I totally agree. His defense is fantastic, and that was to be expected. Sadiq White was one of, if not the best defender in his high school class. So the fact that he's coming in and he's looked great defensively, good. That's what he was supposed to be coming into Syracuse. And I love that he is also very, very athletic and can get up and down the floor. Now, regarding Nate Kingz, yeah, he does need to make his threes. He does. And that's part of the reason why I said earlier in the show that maybe you need to make him the 6th man. So far, it's only been limited attempts, so we can't get too down on Nate Kingz so far, but he's only 1 of 7 from the 3-point line. That's obviously not very good. Is that going to maintain over the course of the entire season? No, I think it's going to be way up. But last year, he shot nearly 45% from the free throw line or from the 3-point line at Oregon State, and he did it on pretty high volume too. He has not necessarily been the shooter so far like we expected he was going to be for Syracuse. The good news, though, with Nate Kingz, this I will give him credit for, is that even when he's not making his shot, I still see him as a useful player, unlike what Syracuse has had the past couple of seasons. Even if Nate Kingz is not making his three-point shots, he could still play defense at a relatively high level. At least that's what he has shown so far for Syracuse. He's also athletic. He can get up and down the floor, and he can handle the ball a little bit. He is not a complete liability on the floor just because he can't make his three-point shot. So he's still a useful player, but his greatest impact is if that three-point shooting goes way up. And if it goes way up, who knows what the ceiling is for Syracuse basketball at that point. And they're going to need Nate Kingz, especially when they play against tougher competition. They're going to need him to maybe hit 6 threes in a game, especially against a team like Houston, who you know can smother anyone defensively, especially against a team like Kansas or going up against North Carolina a couple of times this year or Duke. You're going to need Nate Kingz to hit 5, 6, 7 threes in a game. They just don't need it right now. At least be good in the other areas of the game so that he can at least be playable in these games. Let's get to the next comment here. Still talking about William Kyle. This is from Tyler Betsy's burner. Okay, so maybe I am speaking to Tyler Betsy. I hope not. Just making a joke here, obviously. William Kyle is far better than advertised. We all knew he could jump, but his rebounding ability has been strong. Really good on box outs and seals. Super strong core. Fouls could become a problem later in the season, but for now, I love what I see. I agree with basically everything that you said, Tyler Betsy's burner, or maybe this is the real Tyler Betsy. I don't know. Don't really care either. William Kyle so far in his career averages, I'm looking at right now, 4.5 rebounds a game, but that's only in about 21 minutes per game in his career. So that's a pretty decent rate if you ask me. So I'm not too surprised that William Kyle so far is averaging 9 rebounds a game for Syracuse through 2 games. Now, do I expect that that is going to hold up over the course of an entire season? No. But if Syracuse is going to play him 20 to 25 minutes, if you told me at the end of the year William Kyle is going to average 6 to 7 rebounds, given he's already 6'9", it's not like he's small out there, and also his athleticism and the fact that he can jump through the roof, if you told me that he averages 6, 7 rebounds a game, I would not be surprised at all. He's also averaging 12 points per game. That's probably not going to maintain over the course of an entire season. The way I see it with William Kyle is if he can give Syracuse 7 and 7 in 20 to 25 minutes, that is a win for William Kyle this season. That is a win for the addition that they made. He has already proven through 2 games that he could certainly handle lesser competition. The $1 million question is, can he handle the big-time opponents, especially when Syracuse goes to Vegas in a couple of weeks?